Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from Cerro Gordo Zoo, doing some more ZAWA fun for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Friday. I really do. I'm having a pretty good one. Things are doing alright. I'm just back at work doing my thing. Hopefully you guys are having a really good time though. And hopefully you have a really good time in today's episode. I had an absolute blast reading through you guys' comments about the octopus names from the last episode. And I finally settled on 6 of them since we have 6 octopi to name. Man, that was tough. That was... there are so many good ones. Thank you guys all for doing that. That was great. Oh, hey, check this out. See that behind me? I got one of the masts built. Look at that. I did it. I'm actually making progress. I put the deck on the boat, on the shipwreck over there, and I got one of the masts put in. So it's a slow-going process, but I'm getting there. Let's actually go take a look at that real quick. Okay, you guys seeing like how I've been telling you this entire time? It's kind of on a slanted angle. Like it's like leaning to one side. That's what I was going for on this one. So let's just do a little flyover. We'll actually go up in the sky first, because then you can see I actually got the deck put on. I got some markers down for where the other masts are going to go. There's probably a lot of rigging that still needs to happen in this thing, but I'm thinking that this is starting to finally take shape. Let's go over here. I don't actually know if it's going to look too good over here, because you're not going to really see the angle. It's going to be like looming over you. But I guess for people who are viewing the orca exhibit, which is something we really got to work on, they can probably get a good appreciation for this because it's going to be like looming over them, all the masts and stuff. I think that'll look really cool. But yeah, it is slowly coming along. Let's just see if I can't do a pro, ender pearl, tease it, maybe something like that. And see if we can't get up on top of there. And I got it. Look at that. Ho ho. All right, so yeah, this is up on top here. Obviously, it looks kind of bad when you're up close because it's just kind of a mess of stuff. But yeah, it's coming together slowly but surely. Building this took a long time. Took a long time. This is like another, I'd say about another 3.5, 4 hours of work just in this. This whole process has taken me almost an entire day to build, probably at this point, or getting close to it. But, oh, look at that. I got a little guy left back there. Look at me. Let's get him. Alright, so we got to get to doing some naming, though, because you guys killed it in the comment section once again. Oh, speaking of getting wrecked there, just kind of smashing the wall. Remember, we built this last week, the octopi exhibit. And we have 6 of these bad boys to name. So, let's get down to the little hidey hole and get to naming. Alright, so that anvil has seen better days. Let's just do a little one of those things. Okay, I have a feeling that's going to be breaking here pretty soon. But I like to start off by prefacing once again, thank you to everybody who submitted a name. If I did not select your name, do not fret, do not fear, and keep on trying, please, because I have a lot of names to pick through. And I try to pick them sometimes by people who haven't suggested a name, sometimes ones that make me laugh. All that fun, and of course, you guys know me by now, Pokemon names are my weakness. So, alright. But this first one is not a Pokemon name. The first one's going to be named Hank, alright, from Finding Dory. And that was the most requested name. So big shout out, thank you to Puppet Master 13, Lewis, Evil Bananas, or Evil Banana, Mason Thurtle, and Imagine Wild Dogs for all suggesting Hank. And for the second one, I would like to give a big shout out to Matt Myers for suggesting Davy Jones. Now that's a pretty obvious one, and I kind of ashamed I didn't even think about that. Oh, there goes the anvil. That was going to happen. Kind of ashamed I didn't think about that one because obviously Davy Jones, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, the whole octopus face thing makes a lot of sense. So thank you, Matt Myers, for that one. All right, and for the third one, we are going to name this one Mr. Grabs-a-Lot. Mr. Grabs-a-Lot. Thank you to Elena Torrell for suggesting that name. I laughed pretty hard when I saw that. It was an excellent name for an octopus. Okay, and then on to the second most requested name, actually. We're going to name this one, obviously, Dr. Octopus, the villain from Spider-Man. But in this case, it's going to be an octopus here at the zoo. But thank you to Mason Thurtle, Gene Capistrano, and Archie Stathan for all suggesting Dr. Octopus. And big shout out to Sican out there for suggesting Taco. All right, now a taco is not like the absolutely fantastic Mexican food. This one is apparently, according to Sican, Japanese for octopus. So it's kind of on the nose also, but I love it. We're going to name one Taco. And for the final one, yeah, I like Pokemon. Okay, so we're going to name this one Clobopus because I'm a big fan of Pokemon. So, and that is, of course, one. And Puppet Master 13 and Peter were both so kind to point that out. So thank you to you two for suggesting Clobopus. Now, I am a little bit concerned with just how difficult it is going to be to name these octopi once I release them into their aquarium, because they're going to try to swim away from me pretty fast. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to do the smart thing for once, and I'm going to release them inside, like here, name them, scoop them back up, all right? We've done this with other animals that like to attack me and stuff, so this will give me a chance to actually get them named without them swimming away. So let's put this one down first here. This is going to be Clobopus. Put that one there. Boom. Name them that. And scoop them back up. There we go. We got Clobopus named. I'll check what they are actually once we get them in. Actually, I don't think octopus are anything. Anyway. Well, we got Clobopus in a net. That's all that matters. All right. Next one's going to be Taco. There we go. Got that one. Scoop that one back up. Then we got Dr. Octopus. Oh, he's a little guy. He's just a wee little guy. That's adorable. All right, and then we got Mr. Grabs-a-lot. Oh, wow, that's a big one.
That's what she said.
That one's huge. Okay, that's amazing. All right, so there we go. We got it. That's a great name for it, too. Mr. Grabs-a-lot. It's massive. All right, and then Davy Jones. All right, that's a normal-sized one. There we go, Davy Jones. And then we got Hank. There you go, Hank. Voila. All right, now that we have them all in a net, though, and they're all named, let's go and actually add these guys to their exhibit over here. All right, so last week we built this place, and this week we are populating it with all of the octopi that we have collected so far. So, all right, let's see. The first one's going to be Clobopus. There you go. Bam, welcome. See how they just take off immediately? That's what I was a little worried about when it came to naming them. I didn't want to accidentally name somebody the wrong thing and misclick and screw everything up. So, yeah, they like to swim right away. But welcome to the exhibit, Clobopus. You are about to have a whole lot of friends. Okay, and then we're going to be releasing Davy Jones into the exhibit, and he's gone. All right, so bye, Davy Jones. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. All right, Mr. Grabs-a-lot. Bwam, there he is. That is a massive octopus. That is awesome. All right, and then we got Dr. Octopus, and he's gone. That guy, look at him. He's like a little bullet. All right, and then we got Hank. Boop, there he goes, and he's off swimming around too. He looks like he's, is he the same one as, the other guys? They're not escaping here, are they? Are they getting out of this hole in the ceiling? Hopefully not. Where is the hole in the ceiling? Right here. They're not getting out of here, are they? Are they? I don't think so. I don't think they can really survive on land too easily, so I think they're all in here. All right, and then finally we got Taco. Let's put down Taco. Taco is off roaming free now, so we got the octopi put in. We got all of them in here now. Let's grab maybe a little bit of a stone, and we'll block this up right there. And wham, they are officially entered into their exhibit. Check it out. We got a bunch of octopus in there. That is awesome. Okay, I really do like how this aquarium is coming along so far. I like the fact that it's more like an outdoor one. It's not so much like a building per se. It's more like just some stuff happening over here. But we're going to take a little break this week from the aquarium because we had a whole lot of fun there with the octopus. So we're going to take a little break from that, and we are going to go head back on over to the big cats. Ta-da! Ow. That's oh, God, that was brutal. We're going to head on over to the big cats exhibit because we still have one more to add here, and that is the jaguars. We need to add the jaguars in today's episode. Now, I am going to be naming one of them. There's one jaguar that I caught that is black in color. And so we have a black jaguar. It looks a lot like a black panther. That one is definitely going to be named T'Challa. Okay? It's like, it has to be. That's just too good of a name for it. Okay, so we do have a black panther, or black jaguar, and we're going to call him T'Challa. But there's other jaguars that I've captured, so I'm going to definitely need names. So get your thinking caps on. I'm going to need them for sure, because that's the extent of my creativity, is naming one of them. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of creativity, because we have the mountain right here, which we can do some nice decorating on. We can probably do something similar to, like, this, because jaguars, as far as I know, live primarily in, like, jungle areas, don't they? Boy, if I'm wrong on that, this whole exhibit is going to be weird. But I'm going to be decorating to look very similar to this, actually, so that people... I want it to remain kind of open. I know they do, like, a lot of foliage and stuff to hide them, but I want to be kind of open so that people can actually see some of the stuff in the area. And we might actually borrow... Well, no, I don't really want to borrow the idea of adding a mine shaft in there. We could, but there's already that right there. It gets a little repetitive, so I don't really want to copy it over here. This is just going to be straight-up jungle terrain. But that doesn't mean we can't jazz up this wall here a little bit, kind of carve it back, and maybe do some kind of feature in here of some kind. I don't know. I want to do a water feature, but I'm so terrified of things like drowning. So, like, Because, like, putting a river, like a flat river that doesn't go down at all, isn't really all that dangerous to these things because they'll be fine. But if it goes down at all, it technically creates like a 2-block gap, and I'm worried that the thing will, you know, these big cats will just go in there and drown. Now, cats generally don't really like water, but this isn't reality. This is Minecraft. So, yeah. All right, so I might add a water feature, or I'll do it like I did here, actually. This is probably a good idea. Add the water feature back there, but the cats actually can't get to it, so it's just purely decorative. That's actually not a bad idea. Good thought, me. High five. All right, so, but it all starts with the very first step, and you guys have seen this before. I need to dig a hole, and I think I'm going to do that right about now. All right, so I got the whole thing dug out, and it's done. It's finished, all right? As far as the shape of the exhibit, it's done. I even kind of did a little bit of work on the land to get kind of how I want it to look, sort of, kind of. I mean, it's very early stages. I just barely got this thing going. I did carve back this cliff edge a little bit, and this is obviously going to have to change a lot too, because I'm not going to have these giant, like, straight, like, up and down pillars right here. That's not going to really work. But if you listen carefully, just kind of tilt your head a little bit, you might be able to hear something that sounds a lot like a bunch of chickens. There is right back here is where I have my my chicken farm going, where I'm getting all my food from, and it is super noisy and loud. Now, I went ahead and took the liberty of imprisoning 2 of these chickens in nets right now, so I have them forever and ever, but I think it's time to say goodbye to the to the chickens. I am going to, how do I say this, humanely relocate them to a better place so that you can't hear them here. And that's all you need to know about that. Okay, the chickens have been humanely relocated to a better place. Don't worry about that right there. Obviously, obviously you can tell that I've got plenty of chickens saved up, and I think I'm going to be good probably for the rest of the entire season. So I'm not going to worry about chickens so much. And if push comes to shove, I will take those chickens out of the net, and then I'll place them, and we'll get another chicken farm going. The baby chickens that are in the system right now, they will grow up, and then they will be dealt with by the water block that's there. I should have actually replaced that with lava a long time ago, but remember, way back in the beginning of the series, I was going to try to keep the chickens, get the raw chicken from them so that I could feed them to the animals. My intention was to tame everything. That changed pretty drastically when I realized that I wasn't going to be able to, I'm not a full-time zookeeper, I'm a full-time factory worker, so I wasn't going to be able to keep up on that, so I just kept them wild and named them with name tags instead, just like we did in Season 1. So I just never swapped out the water block in the chicken farm with the lava block because I'm lazy. I've been cooking them the entire season. All right, but chickens have been dealt with. You can get down here, and now you just see the little baby chickens. Those guys will go away in due time. We can get on to doing the rest of the build. So there is a lot of stuff to do here. I kind of got the shape going, but what I'm thinking is maybe doing a little bit more carving work on the cliffside here, so we can create like kind of like a river kind of flowing down towards this area right here. Now, what I thought about doing, and it's going to take a little bit of work, is carving this back a little bit here, so you see the waterfall landing back here, but it's not enough space for the jaguars to fit through. Like, maybe, or it's too high for them to get up here or something like that, so that you can see that the water is flowing down and hitting here, and then creating a pond, like, right here that doesn't quite go over the edge. You know, it just stays up here, and that way the jaguars will have, like, water that they can access and get to. But it will only be 1 deep, that way they don't drown in it. And then it'll have a nice cool water feature there, as well as maybe like a tree right here or something, you know, a jungle tree, and jazzing this up. Keeping this up here actually more stone-based, I think would look pretty cool. Obviously bleed the grass into it a little bit. We're definitely going to be needing some of this stuff, which I can make more if I need it, to make it look more greener in here than it already is. But I do have to still work on a little bit. This is kind of a harsh slope right here. I kind of need to raise that up just a little bit. Nope, not that one. That one's the one. So I do need to bring this up, like, to right about, I can get rid of all these torches. I don't need them down here. This was just lighting it up underneath here so mobs didn't spawn underneath the platform, or underneath the ground. You can raise that up to, like, right about here maybe or so. Yeah, that'll work out. Yeah, blend this in a little bit, do a little bit of fine-tuning there, and then maybe fix up this cliff. And then we'll be on to doing the actual, like, ground blocks in here. Okay, a whole lot of work later. I did do the blending right here to try to get the grass to kind of go in with the stone, and I also reshaped this cliff edge just a little bit to give it a little different shape here. I'm pretty sure that the jaguars can get out over there, but you know what? We'll roll with it, okay? We'll fix it. I also got the wood supports put in for the wall here, as well as adding a little bit of mossy cobblestone. Make that all look nice and pretty. All right. I also got the water feature put in. So that's kind of what I was talking about. I did hide a little bit of glowstone. You can see it right there to light that up back there, so that it kind of gives it a little bit more life. But if you look at, let me get here. If you look, there is actually like a water feature kind of going down the side of the hill right there. And from where the viewers are going to be, it just kind of looks like a little bit of a waterfall kind of going down the side. Kind of like it. It just kind of appears from up there, kind of near the tree, and then it comes on down and it drops into a cavern right there, which comes down right there. So a little added detail. I have to jazz this up still a little bit. I did a little bit of terraforming over there to kind of make it look nice and pretty, but at least kind of blend in from the stone area here up into where the mainly grass area up there is. Obviously I missed a little spot right there. I'll fix that, don't worry. It's not going to stay there forever. Although I do need to do a lot of foliage and stuff up there, so I mean, it might just blend in anyway. But all right, let's get on to the actual part of the exhibit where we start doing the ground. Break our ankles a little bit, and then we'll get down here and we got to switch out some blocks. So I got to come up with a block palette. Okay, so green concrete is definitely a must. That's going to be a for sure thing. Probably some podzol too. Squeeze that in here too. Coarse dirt, definitely going to need to make more of that. That's for sure. Let's grab this and gravel, and we're going to make a whole bunch of it because I've used it in a whole lot of stuff around here. So I'll definitely use that up, even if I don't need it all for this exhibit. There's podzol in here, which it's not supposed to be. Look at me unorganized as usual. Not a big deal. Let's move that over there. I don't really need mud, I don't think, because mud's not going to be up here. This is mainly like stone, like a cave pond, more so than anything. So I don't think mud's going to be necessary there. Although I could actually squeeze, by mud I mean brown terracotta. I could actually squeeze that in other parts, since this is supposed to be a jungle-esque kind of exhibit. Maybe not. It's gonna have a lot of leaves in it though, that's for sure. Luckily I still have a bunch of jungle leaves. And I'm thinking gravel, although I might need to go grab some more of this because I just used a whole stack to make the coarse dirt. And we'll squeeze in some other stuff. But for right now, let's get to swapping out some of this grass with green concrete powder. There we go. Now I do like how this, just this one little detail of swapping out this with some green concrete powder changes this up completely. Like it was green before, now it's green with a little different kind of green in there. And it sort of just kind of makes it all look interesting. I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion. All right, so we got those done. Let's go ahead and start sprinkling in the coarse dirt next, and then we'll be on to the next block. This whole ground should go pretty quickly. Okay, the coarse dirt has been added. Now, we do have just a hair of gravel to add and a little smidge of podzol to add as well. I don't want to overdo it on either one of these blocks. I just want to kind of gently sprinkle them in various places. Okay, with those blocks put in place, I think the ground is just about done. The last thing we got to do to really make it pop would be, of course, to add a few path blocks in here. Now, obviously, the jaguars will be walking around down here, so they will be matting down the grass. So this will be kind of heavily put in. That way, it looks like that they've been kind of trouncing around down here a little bit. I think that's probably pretty good for the ground. Now, we do have another little part to work on, though, and that's all of this stone stuff. And we have to go ahead and probably replace the ground within this pond, I'm thinking. Not like how I traditionally do it, though, because remember, this is supposed to be like a cave pond. So we're talking actually probably a lot of gravel and other kinds of stone-looking things. Like even smooth stone can remain in there. Maybe even a little bit of cobble, mossy cobble type things kind of along the edge. I really wish I could waterlog in this version because I would totally put some half slabs in here too, but I can't, so I'm not going to cry about it. Alright, so let's remove the bottom here and then we'll get to making this look nice and pretty. Something like that should work actually pretty good, but just to make it seem so like, I don't want this to seem like this is so weird, you know, with a different block pattern here and the rest of it doesn't. I did go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of gravel in here already, but I kind of want to dot in maybe the occasional piece of like cobblestone in here. In fact, it kind of gives me an idea. But I do want to drop a couple of just regular cobblestone. Ooh, not right there. That's kind of the right idea, but not what I had in mind. Just sprinkled throughout all the stone floor part up here, actually. I'm not going to really put any cobble up here other than the half slabs that I'll do when I add a little bit of detail. But just the occasional piece of cobblestone sprinkled in here I think would look pretty good. And then to really make this kind of terrain pop, because if you look like right about at this elevation, you can see that this whole land is just completely flat. Don't really like that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be adding a couple little stones and stuff to this. Some half slabs to really kind of make this stand out just a little bit more so that it sticks up off the ground just a little bit. And right here I actually have something else in mind. I have like one piece of gravel. I need to go get more of this stuff, but what if we actually stack this up a little bit and actually did a little some kind of detailing here to make this look kind of more interesting than just a flat wall. I mean, we can also do that with bushes, but for right now, let's keep working with the stone. We'll even have these like rocks kind of jut out over here too, even outside of where the stone area is. I think that might look pretty good. Okay, now that is looking pretty snazzy if I do say so myself. Got the water added into the pond right there. That way when people are up here, I still have to do the fencing obviously up here, but when they come up here, they can actually see that there's water flowing back there. So it's got a little bit of depth to it actually. It's not just all that flat. It's also getting nighttime. You can kind of see the mast from the ship from over here too. It's getting nighttime, creepers be creeping. I'm gonna have to be taking a nap, that is for sure. But then I think we're ready to move on to like the plant life in here. Okay, so what do you think we should start with? Let's start with the trees. I'm going to start with the trees for sure. Now, we do have some custom jungle trees right over here. I'm probably going to bring these on over, at least a variation of them, over into this exhibit too, since this is supposed to be a jungle exhibit. Break my ankles, I'm good. Shake it off. I don't need those anyway. So let's actually start bringing out like a little bit of a tree here, and like I said, it's probably gonna be the same as like over there. I'm thinking that making it kind of look that way, or the way it is over there, will probably be a good fit for this area. So I am going to just kind of do one of those things over here. And behold, we have a jungle tree. That wasn't too bad actually. Yeah, just kind of basically winged it the entire way. Don't really like this side of it too much. Not really sure how I'm going to be able to fix it. Can I get that very top one? Let's actually just pillar up here with some leaves, because I just looking at it now, I'm like, I don't like it. Yeah. Get up here and grab that leaf. Maybe parkour. Grab the leaf. All right, parkour. Got it. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking that'll do just fine for the jungle tree over here. And I do intend on doing a little bit of foliage kind of up top, just like what we did with the tiger exhibit. But for right now, I'm thinking that's probably pretty good. Now, I think for the rest of the exhibit, I don't want to add another tree in here because it's already going to be pretty cramped. And plus, if I put another one in here, it's going to have to be over here. And that's not going to work out so well because that'll block the view of this whole feature that we added back here. So not really all about that, yo. Now, we can actually add some other things in here, though, to kind of give it a little bit more depth, including more bushes. Lots more bushes. Get some of these oak leaves involved, too, because I'm thinking those are going to be kind of important. And I don't want to make it so that the jaguars can just get out of here, you know. That would kind of defeat the purpose of building an exhibit for them to stay in forever and ever. But I do want to actually add... See, they can get all up in here, can't they? I do want to add, you know, some bushes in the edges here in the corners. So, yeah, it's gonna have to come down. There's got to be a lot of foliage. It's a jungle after all. There we go. Okay, we got the bushes all put in now, and this is actually starting to look pretty good. I went ahead and added a couple of slabs here, also kind of representing like roots and stuff, and just kind of smoothing out the tree a little bit. A little customization as well as a couple branches, making that thing look all nice and pretty. Now, I do want to add in just a little touch of something that makes this kind of look like the mining colony without going full on like a mine shaft like what we got in some of the other ones there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw in like a little pile of stuff back here, just like that. Now that means they can totally climb right up there. Didn't think about that. Didn't think about that at all. How can I fix that? Okay, maybe that might actually work. That way they can't actually just escape the exhibit. Yeah, that would have been bad. Good thing we caught that while we're building it here. All right, now can they get out this way? With the railing there, no, I don't think they can. So, all right, I think that this will be pretty good for keeping the jaguars in place. I guess I'll find out the hard way if it's not. Now, this is basically the bottom portion of this exhibit done, minus the greenery and the foliage that we have to put in, like the plant life. There's still an area up top that I want to decorate up a little bit. Maybe not as extravagant as over there, because that's like really heavy foliage in there. So maybe just a little bit less than that. I don't want these exhibits looking identical. That's kind of the thing. But all right, okay. Let's actually work on the plants down here. Oh man, my inventory is terrible. Let's let's put all this stuff back and organize this a bit, and then I'm going to get on to putting in the plant life. Okay, so the plants backpack has definitely seen better days, but we can probably work with this a little bit. Let's actually squirt a couple of reeds, or a reed or something like that, like in here. Yeah, maybe one more kind of in back, like that. I think that looks pretty good. I don't really know if I want to put, like, lily pads in there, because I'm not sure if that makes too much sense. I guess, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's squirt a couple of them in there. And I guess just some of these smaller ones, I'm thinking. It would make sense just because it is, after all, a jungle. So we're talking about like heavy foliage, lots of things growing in here. Even like a little detail like that, I think that will be fine. Yeah, okay, that's good, that's good. All right, now let's go back into the backpack, or not the backpack pack, but the plant backpack and see what else we can squirt in here. Some bushes are probably going to be a good idea. Put 3 of them in there, sure, why not? What else can we fit in here? Actually, you know what? I was going to say I don't have any more bamboo, but I do know where I can get some. And it's right there. Now, as you can hear, there's some things, some things that prevented me from doing this without getting eaten alive, like those 2 things. So we're going to just kind of put these guys back to sleep. Say goodnight, you guys. Don't mind me. I'm just going to hop in here real fast. And I'm going to collect, so this one here. There we go. I got 2 there. And this one here. Now, those will grow back up. But that gives me 3 whole bamboo, live bamboo to work with. Let me just kind of yeetily-deet out of here real fast. They'll wake up once the drugs wear off. And that means I can actually put these now in this exhibit as well. It looks really good in the jungle. Does this look good from up top? I didn't even really look at the tree from up here. I guess it's not that bad. Yeah, no, it's fine. It'll look better once all the other detailing is done anyway. So now this stuff I gotta fit somewhere. Somewhere. All right, we'll put it right there. That should grow. I put some string up here. I don't actually know how tall bamboo will grow in biomes of plenty. So I put some there, so it should only go 3 high. This one will only go 2 high, and this one will stay right where it's at forever and ever. So that'll create something that looks like something, that's for sure. I kind of need those to grow up all the way for me to fully decide whether I like them there or not. I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking that looks better. It looked too much like a diagonal line there, and I didn't really like it. So that one in back there will just remain that height. This one will go up 3 high, this one will go up 2, and we'll see how that looks when they're all fully grown. Okay, so that adds those things. Let's get these berry bushes put in place somewhere around here. We'll squirt one underneath the tree, and maybe we'll keep them isolated more towards this area. I'm thinking maybe it might be a little bit better. Maybe put one right back there. Perfect. All right, what else do we got in the plants backpack? I think using the last couple of bits of the wild celery, as well as adding a little bit of clover patches in here. I only have 70 of these things. Well, I know where I can get more of them, so it's not that big of a deal. And then maybe these ostrich ferns will probably look pretty good. So the clover patch we'll throw in like right here, like so. And then these ostrich ferns, I gotta find a home for them as well. And then the wild celery itself, I gotta put this in places too. Right there. All right, that's actually looking pretty good. This is starting to look a little bit more jungle-like. Is there anything else that we can add? Like, normally these water things like river cane and stuff I'd like to add, but there really isn't a good spot when it's kind of nestled into a cave like this. So, oh, mushrooms, actually. We can actually squeeze these things in, I'm thinking. Especially at the base of the tree. Just the occasional one here or there. I don't really want this to look like it's too crazy with mushrooms all over the place, though, so let's grab one of these guys, too. Can't really use the vanilla mushrooms. Those things like to spread to other blocks, and that kind of ruins everything, so I can't really do that. What else can we squeeze in here? Is there anything else I have in the plants backpack here that would make sense? A dead bush occasionally wouldn't actually... Whoops, I just threw all of them. Wouldn't actually be a bad idea, especially around some of these other bushes here, like the living ones. Kind of looks like some of the bushes might have died off a little bit over time. And I don't want to overdo it, though, because it has to kind of maintain a living look, though. So I just can't only put like 1 or 2 of these things in places. Not too many of them. In fact, that might be enough. I want to get one somewhere in the middle here, too. Put one right there. Okay, good. And to be honest, I think that's about it for this. Oh, no, flowers. We need the flowers. Let's look in the flower backpack and see what we got in here. Let's add some of these peach flowers. We're going to definitely add some of the rafflesias. And this thing. Sure, we'll throw that in there, too. Let's go ahead and dot the rafflesias in here, though. Get those all looking nice and pretty. These big flowers, they definitely look jungle-esque for sure. And then we're going to want some of these peach flowers. Get them spread out in here for sure. Let me make sure this looks good. Kind of eyeballing it as we go. I need to get some back here. Can we, well, got it. All right. And then whatever this is, this bromelaid. Sure. We'll throw that in right there. No, never mind. There. What does this thing even go on? If it doesn't go on grass, does it go on sand? I bet you it goes on sand. Huh. Okay, never mind. We're not putting that anywhere. Doesn't actually place. Interesting. How about these Miner's Delight, okay? Since I do have this kind of cave area right here, wouldn't it be great if I just dotted one like right there? Maybe another one over here since I have 2 of them. I got to put them somewhere. Like that. Small little detail. I think that's kind of a cute little thing to throw in there. Anything else? Onion grass? That seems like it could look kind of cool in here. Something like that. All right, now we're getting somewhere. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to do in here. That looks actually pretty good. Let's actually take a look from up on top. Yeet. And see if this looks good, bad, in between. Oh, yeah. All right, that's looking pretty good. Now, we still need to add the tall grass, so we're not done yet. But that's looking pretty snazzy. Now, I do want to jazz up the top part before we get to doing the rest of the bottom there. So, let's go into not the plants backpack. Let's go into the bat backpack and grab ourselves a bunch of jungle leaves, as well as some oak leaves maybe. And then we're also going to need some of the wood backpack, because we're going to need to grab some of this stuff. Okay. So, let's get up here and actually add a little bit of foliage on this hillside. Yeet. And so that it kind of complements the water that's flowing down here. So like right here would be a good spot for some kind of plant of some kind. Maybe even like a tree. So let's actually bring a tree jutting off of here maybe. This has got to go bye-bye. Kind of jutting out this way. And take that out. Yeah, all right. Yeah, this will work. Let's see if I can't put it like a small shrub, really. I don't really want this to be a big tree. All right, that little shrub is put in place, and let's hop on above. Here we have actually a glass piece for the iron farm. Let's hop up here. I just gotta make sure I don't cover that. And maybe put another one of these kind of bush things, these little shrubs that we're working on here, up here as well. I'm thinking this could look pretty snazzy if it's done correctly. Okay. All right, there we go. We got 2 of them up there now. Now, the tree is kind of blending in with it from this point of view, so it's, I don't know if I don't want to, I like the tree, but I want to keep them there. I don't want to get rid of that. So maybe I'll just pretend like it's fine. Yeah, it might grow on me after time. I'm also not done up here. I need to do a little bit more as far as adding foliage. We're talking like bushes on the ground kind of draping over the edge of the cliffside here. But as far as adding just a little extra detail up there, I think that's probably pretty good for small trees. We just got to get up there and add a little bit more bushes, a little bit more leaves, and get this place looking a little bit more overgrown. Okay, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm not too upset about that actually. A little bit of foliage up there. Like I said, I didn't want to make it the same as over here, so I tried to actually cut back on the foliage, and maybe that was the right thing to do. Maybe it was a mistake. I'm not too sure. Because this one looks pretty good. That one looks a little bit more barren, but it is supposed to be on the edge of like a cliff here, so I just didn't want to make it the same, so I had to change it up a little bit. And by that I mean I had to remove some of the leaf blocks, and didn't want to go too overboard with making it, you know, way too overgrown. Hi, buddy, you want to like not be right there? Thanks. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle in a little bit of tall grass up in this area too, just to kind of emphasize that this place is a little bit more overgrown. But not as much as the other one. Oh, nope. All right, there we go. That's fine. Not really there, people. I know I got a problem. And I know I just got to like live with the flowers and be one with the flowers, but I just can't. Not right now. It's getting worse as I go on with the series. Like my hatred, I guess you could hatred for flowers. It's slowly, progressively getting worse. Oh yeah, the tall grass really does help it out up there. All right, now let's have it help out down here too, because I need to add tall grass to this area as well. And I'm probably gonna remove every flower I see that pops up in here. Okay, wasn't too bad. There's only a handful of flowers that actually kind of popped up there while I was applying the bone meal. But we do need to also add like some dead leaves in here too, because we do have these trees. It makes sense for there to be dead leaves in here, especially around the tree. So I gotta sprinkle these in. It looks like I also have to be sleeping because creepers be creeping and it's turning nighttime. God, I really don't want to get blown up in here. And the final touches would, of course, be a whole lot of little stones and pebbles laying all over the place, because this is kind of like a broken down cliff edge. A little bit, you know, like there's a little bit of a gravel pile here. Rocks roll down the hill, stuff like that, you know, little pebbles dotting the area over here. And I think that might actually be the final touches then on this exhibit. I think that's it. Let's inhale a chicken, and we'll go up top and see what the final view of this place looks like. Now remember, we do have one jaguar that we do have to name in this episode before we even exit and go about our merry way, before we get on into the weekend. And I have to go grab that stuff. But first, before I do that, I am going to fix this railing right here so that it looks all nice and pretty. All right, behold the finished Jaguar exhibit. What do you guys think? I'm thinking it looks all right. Now, it's not as densely forested as I was originally planning. And as I kept going on it, like I said, I was just trying my best to avoid it looking identical to this one over here. I did not want to make it the exact same exhibit. It just, yeah, I just don't, I wanted to stand out on its own. And I think having that water feature down there really does help that. So hopefully the Jaguars like this place, and hopefully you guys enjoy how this turned out. If you guys think this looks good, let me know in the comments section if you guys don't mind. Also, I'm going to need some names for the Jaguars, but we do have to get down and do some naming real quick. I have to go try to find that one specific Jaguar, which I just am thinking about now. Let me just kind of get this on the hotbar. I have darts, right? Yeah. I don't really know how to find that one other than releasing it and then hoping that it doesn't eat my face. I first have to find them, though. Alright, so I have 4 Jaguars, and that's one of them is the black Jaguar, which we're going to be naming T'Challa right here and right now. The other 3 I'm going to need names for, so thinking caps, if you guys could put those things on, tighten the strap down, and then head on down to the comments section and give me your best Jaguar names. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, I don't think there's any real way to do this without risking my life. They should still be really drugged up from the last time I shot them. So I just need to put one down, see if it's the black Jaguar or the Black Panther, and then scoop it up. Even if it is the one, I still have to scoop it up. So let's check this one out. What about this one? Ha! Nope, not that one. Okay, we're scooping that one right back up. What about this one? Nope. Okay, we're grabbing that one too. These things could just tear me a new one. Put that one down. Not that one. Of course it's the last one. Let's check this one. Haha, that is it. That is the black Jaguar that we have. And that is going to be T'Challa. Let's scoop him back up before the drugs wear off. So that's the one we want. So the other ones, if you guys could, please comment section, go ahead and name these guys for me. Because they need good names, and you are good people who can name them. Okay, let's name this one the correct and appropriate name for this large cat. And that is going to be T'Challa. Alright, bam, right there. That, of course, is the Black Panther from Marvel Comics, and we are definitely going to be naming this one that, because it's just, how can we not? Like, how can we not? You don't find a black Jaguar like this, or Black Panther. I know they're different animals. I get that. I'm aware of it. I just don't really have panthers in this pack, so we're just going with this. Like, it's close enough. So, all right, I have an escape plan. All right, let's get down here. We're going to slap this bad boy down there. Do that. Actually, ooh, let's see. I don't actually know. It is a boy, okay. And then, so it is a bad boy. Let's get out of here before it wakes up and eats me. I guarantee you it is going to be Krabby from the last time we encountered each other when I shot it in the face with a trank.
Yeah, in the face.
Whenever that guy wakes up, he is not going to be happy with me, that's for sure. I just realized I'm also going to have to put the other 3 in there at some point in time, so he's probably going to get another hefty dose of tranquilizer coming up here in the near future. He's awake, people. T'Challa is up and moving. Look at him go. He is pretty zoned out and purring, growling, probably fantasizing about ripping me apart. Anyway, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. That's kind of a normal thing around here, is animals are always trying to find a way to escape and come and get me. That's fine. In fact, sometimes they succeeded, but we've succeeded also in tranking them again and putting them back in place. Haven't actually been killed by an animal in the zoo series. That's good. I've died to fall damage in this one. Got blown up by a creeper already. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff I've died to, but never animals. Haven't died to animals yet, so that's good. But alright, you guys, I'm going to wrap this episode up. So if you did enjoy, please go down and smash that like button. It would really, really help me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. That growling is freaking me out. To this episode, I will be back next week with more ZAWA for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.